It's Jason Craig here, craigsfitness.com, and we are back with another of our amazing whiteboard series training. And today we're going to be talking about stress and weight gain. Now, we're in the middle of a pandemic because it's still going on, and a lot of ladies have been laid off. They have been put on a reduced salary, some of them who are still employed, and the overall stress level, environmental stress, work stress, everything has gone up. Kids are now home from school or going part-time. And when all these things come together, it causes women to stress out. I mean, it causes everyone. But of course, this is a woman channel, so I have to specify that. So when that happens, you will start to see changes in your weight. And especially if you are not aware of the things to change, then you will see changes in your weight gain. So let me just put up a little system here, and remember what we learned from the last video. If you haven't done that, watch that video, the weight management pipeline. I'll put a link somewhere in the description of this video and you can go back and watch that. So from that pipeline, we discovered that, let's get the foundations, that weight is, and we'll just put WP, right? Weight management is primarily a hormonal function. So if our fat burning hormones are up, then we burn fat. If our hormones are regulating our body to store fat, then we gain weight, right? So this is the basic. We have to go on this basic premise that weight management, that means weight gain or weight loss, is primarily a hormonal balance or imbalance. So with that said, the question is, what happens when we are stressed? So let me give you a little story. Imagine you're walking down the road, right? We're walking down the road, and just in front of us, a big, ferocious looking German Shepherd comes out. Now you got two options. You can fight that dog, or you can fly. You can get out of there. Now let's say you decide to go with option number 2. You decide to run, scale the neighbor's wall, and get yourself away from that dog. So that happens, your body senses it, your body says, okay, we need to get out of here. Fight or flight, we are going to flight, climb over that wall. Now we are safe. So what just happened there? From a physiological point of view, and let's go, this is going to be a simple biology class. We're not going to keep it too complicated, let's keep it simple, right? I love simple. So let's say this is you here. We got to put some here. You're walking down the road. Out comes the really bad, man, that isn't even like a dog. Anyway, you get the point. He is ferocious, he is angry, right? When your body sees that, your brain senses, woo, woo, it's danger, right? Now, your body realizes we've got to do something. Remember the two F's? We're either going to fight that dog, or we're going to flight or run away from that dog. So you decide to go with the option. Now what your body does, your body then releases, let me just come over here now, or let me just come down here. Your body releases glucose immediately, because as you know, glucose is your main energy source. So your body dumps this glucose into your bloodstream, making that readily available for the flight that you're about to perform. And then here you are. Now my drawing rocks. I know, I totally love it. You have run away. You are safe over the wall. Let me put the big wall here. And you are away from danger. That would have taken up some energy. So that would, in effect, clear, let me just put an arrow here, clear that extra glucose that has just came into the bloodstream. And everything is back to normal. Now here's the thing. Your body reacts the same. Let me just rub this out, erase this right here. Your body reacts the exact same way, whether the stress is, get this, real or perceived. Let me let that sink in for a minute. So your body reacts the same way, racing your heartbeat, dumping glucose, preparing your body for action, Whether that stress is a real dog in front of you, or whether that is an imagined stress, like maybe you'll be laid off tomorrow, maybe you're having marital problems, maybe the kids are stressing you out, your body reacts the exact same way. So you're like, okay, Jason, so what's wrong with that? Well, what is wrong with that is that, remember, weight management is primarily a hormonal balance, right? All centers around hormones. When your body releases glucose, so let me just go back to the example. When your body releases glucose, or when glucose is in the bloodstream, then insulin levels, and I'm going to keep it simple, right? Insulin levels also go up. Now, the purpose of insulin going up is to clear the bloodstream of that excess glucose. And when it's working fine, that is a perfect system. However, insulin is also a fat storage hormone. So let me just keep this brief. Insulin also tells your body to store fat, right? Let's go back to the example. Remember, when the dog came, the glucose was released. However, we ran. So that means this glucose got used up. When you are thinking about something, there is no action that follows. There is no running because it's just in your mind. So this glucose remains in the bloodstream. Insulin levels goes up. The body goes into fat storage mode. Okay, one-off event. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Imagine you are stressing out 7 days a week, 30 days a month, or for the last 6 months. Your glucose is constantly raising, your insulin is constantly going up, and guess what's happening? Your body is constantly storing fat. There it is right there. The cortisol hormone, that stress hormone, is designed to save our lives. But that same hormone can shorten our lives, increase our fat, and put the entire hormonal profile out of balance. So the takeaway point here. Now, I'm not going to tell you not to stress because stress is a part of our everyday life. So instead of telling you not to stress, I'm going to encourage you to have periods of de-stressing. Some simple things that you can do to de-stress: walking, listening to classical music, listening to soft music, hugging your kids, hugging your husband, hugging your boyfriend. This releases something called dopamine, which calms this down, right? That's also a way. You can do deep breathing. You can walk on the beach. The beach has something called negative ions. In a nutshell, it helps to calm you down. So these are some of the things that you can do to de-stress and unwind. It's very important because if you're constantly stressing out, you are building up these levels of cortisol and you are never de-stressing, then this level will just continue rising and rising. However, if it is a case where, okay, something stresses you out, but then you have a de-stress moment, it comes back down. Something stresses you out, have a de-stress moment, it comes back down. Something stresses you out, de-stress moment, it comes back down. Now, this is more of a balance as opposed to this. So that's my takeaway for you today. You are going to stress. I'm not going to tell you don't stress. If there are certain things that you could do to avoid stress, do them. I'll leave that for a next whiteboard video. But my advice to you is to find moments, if you can do it daily, even better, to just de-stress. Jason Craig here, craigsfitness.com. That has been our whiteboard tutorial for today. And have yourselves a lovely day.